Hello and welcome to my Monday message. This week we're continuing our short series, giving you some great ideas around personal and professional development. And this week we're going to be moving away from the usual 2x2 grid, so beloved of my usual Monday messages, to give you something which actually has got 6 elements to it. And this is a thing that very often is represented by a pyramid, but I'm not a fan of representing it as a pyramid, because that implies that it's a hierarchy where each level is built upon the level below it. And that's not quite right. The reason this is called a taxonomy is because all of the different elements, the 6 different elements, have interplay with one another, and they actually iteratively benefit one another and build on each other. And that'll become really apparent when I explain what the 6 different elements are. So these are different elements of learning. And there's a real practical benefit to breaking learning down in this way, because you can start to ask yourself questions or ask your learner some questions based on these different elements, so that you can actually help to accelerate and elevate the learning and get to your end goal much more quickly. So think of it as 6 elements, but 3 of them are lower order learning skills and 3 of them are higher order learning skills. So the lower order things are really recollection, understanding and application. So recollection, you need to be able to remember the stuff you're learning, otherwise, well, you're not learning it. Understanding, well, the more you grasp about it, actually, funnily enough, the more you remember. And application, well, of course, doing stuff. There's a huge experiential element in how we learn. We learn best by doing. So actually those 3 things, recollection, understanding and application, all interplay with one another to be able to, I suppose, elevate each other. Then you've got your higher order learning skills, which are analysis, evaluation and synthesis. Analysis, you break things down into the component parts, you start to understand different components of it and you see how it's all bolted together. Evaluation, you start to weigh it against other things you already know. You start to weigh its effectiveness against your practical experience of utilizing it. So you start to evaluate it in a qualitative way. And then, of course, there's synthesis, which is where you are now so aware of it, you're so comfortable with it, you've maybe even built it into your muscle memory to such an extent that you're able to start to use it to combine it with other things you already know or other things you've learned over the years, to be able to create something new and to synthesize something new, which is really the ultimate of knowing anything, to know it so well that you have it at your disposal, that you can use it in a creative endeavor or a problem-solving way. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's a useful idea. Thank you as always for helping me to build this channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next week.